Hello there, let's talk about originality. So, when you feel like that you are blocked because everything is already done, so you cannot create anything new, that's actually a block. Okay, so you want to be original so much that you feel like that you cannot be. Or in the other case, when you are extremely afraid that you are not going to be original, so that you are copying something, that you are stealing something. Okay, that's again a block. I see that especially in students, especially young people, because at universities or in creative schools, they usually teach to be original. So they feel like they need not to watch other things, to be afraid not to copy anything, and this becomes a huge limit. Okay, it's a limiting belief because at some point you feel that you need to be original at all cost. Okay, so first of all, it's an issue because it's kind of delusional. I mean, it's unreal. We are uh, we are dwarfs on the shoulders of giant people, no? So it's like we uh, we need we can use all the knowledge that comes from people that were here before us. Okay, that is how it is, and it's how it will always be. I mean, our descendants, they will be able to access our knowledge, what we did in art, in creativity, in literature. Okay, so it doesn't make any sense. We are always using things that we learn, that we read, that we see. Okay, that that's completely normal. So it's normal to copy. It's normal to get inspired, to get excited by something that we see. I see how an author is using the yellow, and I feel inspired to do the same with my own work. Okay, so that's completely normal. T.S. Eliot, he said that immature poet, immature poets copy and mature poets steal. So that's what I'm talking about. You should always grow. Okay, I always say my students that they should grow a taste. That means that you should try to nurture yourself with everything that you can. So books, work of art, movies, everything. So you need to absorb everything that you can in a way that you can get rich, not enriched somehow, and then you can elaborate and you can create something yours. Okay. It's also this fixation of originality is also a very modern invention because with globalization we are so connected that if I mean, I publish on my Instagram something and then on the other side of the world there is a guy claiming that I stole his idea. Okay, that's that's like that's mental. Okay, it's completely crazy, and it's also horrifying somehow and limiting uh, because 200 years ago I would have gone in another city or in another country. I would have seen, you know, a company, a service, a shop, and I will be inspired and I will open the same shop in Italy. And everybody will be yeah, happy about that, you know. So it's what is copying, what is stealing, you know. Uh, Nowadays we have just imagine that I had to protect, to register Intuiti trademark, okay? Not because I don't want other people to use this name, but because my lawyer explained that to me. If somebody would trademark Intuiti, then I would have to stop using it. So you see, in this age, when the intellectual property can can value a lot of money, people are trying to protect it. So from a legal perspective, you only have to be aware of not stealing patented ideas, okay? But just ideas, they are not, it's impossible to protect them. So it doesn't actually make a sense, okay? But that's something very modern. If you think about, the Faust, okay? The Faust is a literary work from Goethe, okay? The most famous is from Goethe, in a German author. Before, there was another author, Marlowe, an English one, who wrote the story of Dr. Faustus. So, was Goethe copying the other one? I don't know. Do we really care? In some years later, Thomas Mann wrote another work about the Dr. Faustus. Should we tell Thomas Mann, no, stop it, don't do that, because you are copying, you are an imposter, you are a liar, It's complete bullshit. Think about Batman, okay, the different franchises. Is not okay. Batman was made by Tim Burton. Then Nolan made other movies. Okay, that basically it's possible because they bought the intellectual property, the rights to do the movies. Okay, so it's legal. Okay, is that copy or not? Think about it. Should we tell Nolan, no, don't do that, do something original? Another Batman doesn't make any sense. Okay, I like Nolan's Batman, for me it's the best one. So doesn't make any sense. Same thing for companies. If you think about in the startup world, we call them copycats, So it's like you go to France, you see a company that you like, and you bring it in the Italian market. Okay, it's completely normal. This is okay. In Italy, there is a company called Satispay, and basically it's just the one feature that they took from WeChat in China. But for what I know, in the US there is Venmo that is something very similar. If you look for newsletter services online, there are tons of them, and one is the copycat of the other. So is that copying? I don't know. I would say no. Okay. So the thing is, how much value do we give to the idea? Okay. According to me, the idea is not so important. I mean, it's necessary. You may have a wonderful, huge idea, a great concept. Okay, so be grateful for that. But then what's more important is the execution. Okay, think about Squid Game. The idea is it's pretty banal, no? Okay, a bunch of people killing each other for money. Super banal. But then the execution is great, superb, and it's already cult. Same thing about, I don't know, young magician going to witchcraft school. Whoa, so new, no? So new idea, but the execution is great, and all the world was, bewitched by that story, So it's, you see, it's more about the execution than the idea. Tomorrow, another person creates a deck of cards for creativity, okay, based on the tarot. What should I do? Being pissed? It depends on the execution. If that person invests 2 years of their time and energy, then 5 years to expand and try to market it. Wow, and it's a huge success. I'm gonna shake hands, So it's like the execution is extremely important. We love Nolan's Batman for the execution, okay? The idea is the same, the execution is different. So, I mean, if you start working on something, even if it's an idea that you have already seen multiple times, in the meanwhile, while you are creating, you are actually bringing the idea here, you're going to have so many ideas. Okay, so many, some more original, some less original, but then in the complex, you're going to create something new that it's yours. So, of course, if you just, manual on creativity, whoa, so, so original. Of course, if there is a guy that is writing the same exact words, okay, one by one with the same title, okay, that's just, the terrible way of copying, but we're not talking about that. If you can do whatever you want, because if it's done by you, it's gonna be new, okay? So don't be afraid about this originality bullshit. So what I wanna say to you, it's that's my suggestion, you can follow it or not, it's up to you. Do not limit yourselves, okay? So do not start with, no, everything is already done. No, I'm not gonna do that because it's I've seen something similar. Nobody cares. You shouldn't care either. So just do it. Try to do it. Maybe you will start from something that is similar to something existent, and then you will go to a completely different level. You don't know yet. So start by doing it. In the atelier, okay, in ancient times, not so ancient, but some centuries ago, the artists, they were trained copying the masterpieces of other artists. No? So you can do that. It's not that you have to. It's a process, So it's super important that you don't limit yourself and that you are not afraid of other people's judgment, because you will find so many people that are gonna say things that don't make any sense at all. Nowadays, everybody is able to speak freely, on social media. So it's gonna happen that people are saying, "Oh, you wrote a book on creativity. Oh my God, you stole," and then a name of a book that I never heard about. No, people are crazy sometimes. So do not limit yourself, okay, with that, and absorb as much as you can. I mean, as a creative, it's important that you grow creatively, so that you evolve, that you make things, that you experience yourselves. So don't use originality as a limit for your creativity.